J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We back here again, me and my girl Aisha, and we're gonna hit y'all a little bit with some more real talk, about the topics of the week, this past week and everything. I'm gonna call it what I can't stand, some of the stuff I can't stand this past week. You know what I mean? For both of us, Aisha, how you doing?
I'm great. Welcome to February.
I hear that. A lot's been going on already, and February just got started. We got a few things that we're gonna talk about.
And it's still Aquarius season. Woo woo.
That's news to me. But we was now seeing that a lot of things is changing with your president Trump.
That's my president?
It's your president, ain't he?
I mean, I guess since I'm in the United States, it is, but I never mind. I ain't gonna get into it, but
I hear that.
Oh, he might be your president.
I hope not, but I guess we don't have a choice right now. But trying to pull up this thing, for some reason it ain't letting it come up. As always, there's some technical difficulties when I'm trying to do it right here. But I was gonna pull up about the tariffs. Trump said he gonna put out the tariffs or whatever, and then next thing you know, we now hear Mexico and Canada say they about to
start taxing.
Yeah. So what you think? Trump said, hey, things are gonna be a little pain. You're gonna suffer a little pain. What you think about maybe having a little pain? Everybody thought that
I was already in pain.
A little more pain.
Yeah, I mean, because every time I get groceries, it's painful.
Hey, and a lot of people thought that they were getting their groceries cheaper and eggs cheaper and things like that, complaining about the last administration. But now everything could be 10, 25% more. A lot of goods and services and things.
Eggs are already $5. When was it cheaper? When are you talking about?
Man, you got a good point there. And they also, it's just so much different things happening with this, because they said they're going to be taxing, Canada said they're going to be taxing on steel, metal, uranium, oil. So it's about to be even worse, because everything we get from refrigerators to people don't think about that. A washer and dryer, a car, anything. It's a lot of stuff.
I'm not stressed out about the metal. I'm more concerned. What Mexico be having?
Workers. They're gonna have 10% less workers for us. This was gonna happen.
Yeah, and they do a lot of jobs that people can do and don't be wanting to do. They get them in there. But yeah. So I don't know. Like, maybe I better not mention medicine. Are they gonna start taxing more for the medicine that people go and bring from over there?
He did say they're gonna start to tax China, but I think only 10% for China so far.
To tax them?
Yeah.
We wasn't taxing them before?
I don't know. I know they've been taxing us, but speaking of them, this another thing we got to get to. Where they said, you heard of DeepSeek AI?
I've heard about AI. I use AI all the time, but DeepSeek, no. What's up?
All right, so I'm gonna show you this. So DeepSeek AI is this new AI that's became the #1 downloaded app in all the app stores, and it's supposed to be able to compete with ChatGPT. And so they made it like a whole lot cheaper. So a lot of companies lost
cheaper
money.
Than free?
No. Cheaper than free? No. They made it cheaper than ChatGPT costs to make. So allegedly ChatGPT costs like billions to make. And they made this for like $100 million or less or something. So and it's just as good.
They're on the second version.
Well, this is in China. And so here's the thing. They say that we were supposedly not letting them get the chips to do it, but then they're able to do it. Now the thing is, they saying if it's on your phone, which I did download it, and I did ask it if it was spying on me. It was like, do you mean we got privacy laws? I'm like, no. Do you report to China? It's like, based on what he asked earlier, I need to adjust what I'm saying.
Okay.
I was gonna show you. But if it's tracking every move you make, it can get into your bank info. It can learn where people travel, what people like, dislike.
So I'm starting to kind of make a little bit sense to me. You know, everything that Trump be on don't be necessarily wrong. So remember the movie about the end of the world where the planes and stuff would fell out the sky and all that?
Left behind or something?
Yeah, well, and the black man had the house and the family was there. And
You talking
all
about
the
that Obama movie, Obama made movie, Leave the World Behind?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
them being able
That
to
is
tap
pretty close to Left Behind as a name. but- Right.
that was like a more biblical, but that, with
Right,
them
right.
listening to our phones, that would give them extra access to disable our bank accounts or take our money out of them, and that's how they're going to get through these cell phones and all these apps that we download. They listening.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, you would think with satellites and stuff, it's a lot of stuff. And then what would they use all this to do?
It's very deep. So I can go to Walmart and stand next to you in line, pull out my phone, send a text. When I go home, and my people who you may know on Facebook, you'll be there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
been
they
like,
do.
I need a new wig. When I go on my social media, it's ads for wigs. So if
And
they
yeah,
listening to us and they get ready to hurt us, they got a lot of access.
they shutting down the wigs.
They shutting down. They shutting down whatever's attached to your
Right.
phone because I tap to pay. All my cards are on my phone. You shut down my phone. You shut down the electrical networks and all of that. I
Yeah,
really can't do much of nothing.
and too many people depend on their phones nowadays. How many people know how to drive nowadays? Directions, other than around their neighborhood. I mean, they wouldn't know how to look at a street guide or a map to go nowhere.
Oh, I do. Cause see, I've been traveling so long. I remember when we used to have to pull out the big paper.
Right. You know what I
You
mean?
might have to stop at the gas station
For
and
real.
ask for some directions.
I still got mine. From when I was traveling from what, 99, 98, 99,
So you
2000.
might have to go print off the MapQuest directions and be trying to read them while you drive.
Mm-hmm. Shy Girl, what's up? What's up? She said that movie they said was realistic. That movie you was talking about, Leave the World Behind. Yeah, they did. Because, I mean, pretty much he knew information and didn't tell a lot of people and then was ready to leave it all behind.
And then they're going to go through our cell phones and get out everything that they need to know is in there pretty much.
Yeah, it's something out there, boy.
As soon as you sign up into the phone, they go into Google. You got to put your date of birth. They got your phone number. They track your location.
That's what I'd be wondering, like, but I guess that's an American company, so they want to track us. They don't want nobody else tracking.
Okay, we got an Android, iPhone. You're going to set up that Google account before you log into your phone.
Yeah, that's true. What's up, Rashonda? How you doing, sis? Appreciate you for coming through. Damian Kenny, what's good, fam? Appreciate you for coming through as well as always. Shy Girl, yeah, we both hanging in there, trying to make it. Damian Kenny say Mexico does import fruit. Yeah, that's true. See, that's the thing with the tariffs, and I know we had talked about this a second. I'm a little behind. We pay, the consumers pay the tariffs, not the countries. If the countries paid it, everybody would be happy.
So now a bag of oranges is finna be $20. Ain't no more fruit on the side of your cocktail.
For real, you better savor that orange juice right there. No wonder you pay $5 for that baby bottle right there.
$3.
What?
$2.29, something like that.
Show them the size of that little baby bottle right there, because $3 for that ain't. Damn.
Yeah.
That's messed up. We got your boy Diddy. he been rushed to the hospital. He was saying that he got knee pains. We know this knee growth. This knee growth full of it. What you think about Diddy talking about he got knee pains?
Go lay down. You know how your brother is. Go lay down.
Right. Somebody might have had him on his knees.
Drink some water and go lay down. Because go to the hospital for your knee.
Yeah, I know, right?
Beating chicks down up and down the hall. We don't want to hear about your
No, that's his good knee. This ain't my kicking knee. This is my kicking knee. This is my kicking knee. This is my good knee. I need to go to the hospital.
About to been sick a long time ago.
Yeah, that's his kicking knee. And say, this knee growth.
Diddy is like 55 years old.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, 55.
And I don't think he coming up out of there.
It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. And you know what? He looked good here because he got his money and he out and he can get all his treatments and his.
There.
Well, no, but I mean, like he ain't great. He don't look 55.
This dope thing right here.
This dope thing.
He probably look good now that he done dried out and been off them pills and them herbs and gas.
Well, now he looked like probably a 55, 60-year-old man is my point. Like here, he looked like he could be in his 40s still, maybe late 40s, maybe. Whereas
beard dyed.
Yeah. Whereas now, I'm sure he all gray and scraggly and he probably ain't getting his meds. Yeah, no Botox. He ain't on no pain meds. He probably realized his knee that kicking knee has been bothering him for years now. What it is, it caught up with him.
He can feel it.
Yeah, right.
Can you feel it?
For real.
I don't feel assured, but I'd have been sick a long time ago. How much time y'all say?
He still got his attorneys and stuff out here still, collecting that check, talking good for him, saying that he
I'm still in here. What are y'all doing?
He's still saying this not guilty plea and everything. And to his point, he ain't gonna probably get a fair trial. It's pretty much how you gonna find somebody in America that ain't heard about this case and know what's going on. And hey, it is what it is. He's a public person. I'm not saying that everything should have been quiet, but
it's so many cases to go through. I think that's the problem too.
Yeah, but also I think his should have been public to a sense, because when you got that much money and power, if he was able to keep it quiet, then that's how a lot of those type of things got swept. Yeah, exactly, and swept under the rug. So it kind of got to get put out there. But then again, in the public opinion, if he's trying to get a jury trial, well, you in trouble.
And the bad part about that is a jury trial. How much is that going to cost the state of New York?
Man, I'm sure he's already spent millions on attorney fees. And there was one dude on the podcast, Dope Kingpin, I was watching not too long ago, say, that's the game. They're going to keep dragging it out, and they getting that paycheck. They're going to get that drip. For real.
Promotion to answer. Yep.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if you got Diddy as a client and he going to pay.
It's by the hour.
Hey, yeah, we doing everything we can for you, okay? We got you. Hey, but by the way, it's gonna be another continuance, and we're gonna be working real hard for you in between.
I have made 7 phone calls.
Woo, for real. And they charge for each call, 7 calls a day. I make 7 calls a day. I mean an hour.
Because I had to call him to tell him to call his baby mama to ask, did they still have them tennis shoes that you had bought for them?
Right. Shy girl, she say knee pains from what? Jay trying to trap me to say something wild-ish. Knee grow pains, that's about it. Damian Kenny say he got arthritis, osteoporosis.
No, Meg the Stallions is cutting up.
Yeah, I know, right? He said that jail food lead to die. He been eating bologna sandwiches and stuff. He ain't had no bologna in a long time. He like, damn.
They probably should bring him some baby oil in there.
Yeah, they like, here goes some baby oil and bologna. Take that.
Rub some knee down.
Rub that D down. He like, man, I need it mentholated.
Cause it was it was dope in the baby oil, wasn't it?
Mhm. He needed his mentholated. Damian Kenny, you say DeAndre, the actor that played Stacy in the movie The Woods, said he became diabetic in prison. Oh yeah, DeAndre Bond, I think his name is. He also was in this movie with Master P in a ravaging scene in prison. Yeah, and he said that really messed his head up in an interview. He was like, he didn't want to do it, and they ain't tell him, but then they kind of talked him into it or this or that. He was also in did you watch Snowfall? Mm-hmm. He was the crazy Crip that was in the apartments, and his daughter and everybody got taken out. Mm-hmm. That was him. Yeah, he been through some things, but yeah. And some things been through him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know, it didn't seem like he was feeling like it was worth it. Hmm. You know. But hey. A little bitter about it, huh? Yeah, for real. To say the least. What do you, I know I asked you a second ago about the NBA, and you say you don't really watch the NBA like that. We can still talk about it. Yeah, I mean,
because I'm gonna ask you questions. The most chicks at home would probably ask they dudes.
Right. So we see that the NBA made a trade of Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic. This is the only time in NBA history 2 players at the top of their game traded in the middle of the season. Now, this is with the Lakers and Anthony Davis with LeBron. They've been there for about 6 years. LeBron like lobbied for him to come to the Lakers when LeBron got to the Lakers. Because LeBron was there.
He wanted to play with him.
He wanted him to come, yeah. And nobody knew this would happen. Now he 31. I think Luka like 25. He almost an MVP. He took the NBA finals. He took his team to the finals last year.
Okay.
So you know he was in the finals last year.
They trade him for?
They traded for each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you know, it's a shock. And you know, one is a black guy, one is a white guy. Anthony Davis, the black guy. And Luka's the white guy. So, of course, in America, they got to throw race in it. Some people saying they want the Lakers to be white because LeBron will be gone probably next year or so, a year or two. He's 40.
LA might be gone in a year or two.
Yeah. I know,
that's
right?
the real gag.
For real. So, I don't know. There's just a lot going on. The NBA. With the
it never is the same. Things as you age, they don't stay the same. The culture changes within there.
Yeah.
But
it just seemed like, you know, it's always business, this and that. But then if they want money or they want to do certain things, they're labeled as selfish or not looking out for the team or whatever the case. You know, I don't know. It's just a little out there like that. A lot of celebrities on Instagram was reacting to what was said, that they was just shocked.
So with the trade, did the Lakers just be like, give us him? Like, how's that work?
I mean,
it was like we sending him over here, or
in a simple way. I mean, yeah. I mean, they got to do with match money and all that stuff.
We want to get Luka, and they was like, you can.
It's really surprised, like Michael Jordan. Now, let's say, I don't want to say neither one of them that dang on good, but this, like the second or third best player in the league getting traded for maybe the 7th. So, anyway, moving on. I got something to show you that's funny and interesting. All right, so the music industry, and I never used to believe this, or I would have never thought this when I was younger, when people would say like music corrupt your mind or rap music, this or that, but it wasn't out there like this then. But now they got this new music out here, and I hate that there's so many women rappers because I don't like women rappers now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because I think that they don't have no skills. All they talk about is what they screwing and getting screwed, and this. I like MC Light and all of them that had skills and had stories. Missy Elliott, you know what I mean? Different things. These people out here is just like straight up like porn on wax. Anyway, this new woman, look at what's in their mouth. What and so I can't play this too much because of copyright, but basically listen to this new song. Bitch, your mother should have spit you out. Yeah. And that's what this is. They talking about spitting it out. And that's, yeah. So this is what the new kids going to be talking about, and they're going to be having it in the mouth. And
the hot tours.
Yeah.
She was on tour doing comedy clubs for a minute.
Because now all you need is a little bit of publicity, and people will come see you. But then if you don't have something together, will you have staying power? You know? So anybody can do something, hop on something for a second. And this song,
I feel like social media need to start filtering through some of that stuff.
Listen to this, sir. And then look who it is. So, you know, cultural appropriation.
I wasn't going to get into that. I was trying to drag me down the rabbit hole, and I wasn't really trying to. I looked at the hair, and I got a whole lot to say, and I don't want to get it on your page.
You got to be creative in how you say it, but here's the thing.
I don't know how to say it.
All right, well, let me ask you this. How do you feel as a woman seeing when, what do you think about?
Sick, so
and she gonna be bumping the TikTok dance.
No, she ain't. Not around me.
They gonna be walk around with some milk in their mouth, thinking it's cool.
They gonna get beat down. Still, we don't do all that.
I mean, you know what else makes me?
She's child. I feel because
I know
she's childlike.
She is childlike, which is also pushing the other thing with the P and
I want to report that video. Report that.
That video is a success. That's the sad part about it. That's a success. They're gonna think it's a problem with you. Why you ain't bumping this in your car?
Nationality she is, but she doesn't look like she came from where those type of braids came from. Maybe no.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
And then the audacity to be talking to young women, and you a young woman, and that's what you're promoting. And then somebody sat there and recorded that trash.
See, this is what I'm thinking. I think they don't write this stuff.
And got them dressed. Somebody put all this together. I'm gonna tell you, it's probably some grown man.
They paying for all of this, yeah.
I got a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's one thing that we learned when I was in those, film school, for a hot second or whatever, back in the day, and is that every movie that you see, everything you see, show you something, even the worst. Because somebody paid for this. Somebody talked them into this. The worst movie you see, the worst thing you see.
There's one person in this video.
Not only that, who talked them into paying for this? Who got the camera people? Who got the producers? Who put this budget together?
So you be working with talent agencies. So they called the talent agency and was like, hey, we need some girls. And so, I'm like, oh, I got a gig. Yeah, I'm about to be in this music video. And you get over there and they be like, open up your mouth.
Yeah, and put this in there.
Say what? I can't wait.
I think that what's happening with a lot of them is similar to like what happened with Criss Cross. Do you know the story of Criss Cross? The beginning, how they got started? So they was walking in the mall with their clothes on backwards and stuff. That was their little style in Atlanta, and Jermaine Dupri saw them, took them, and he already wrote and produced all the stuff, and they just wrapped it over. So they didn't write the stuff and
They
produce
just had
it.
the image.
Right. And not in the beginning. Now, maybe as they got older, then they wanted to rap. You know, one of them passed away, rest in peace. But, you know, as they got older, then whatever. But that wasn't their thing. They thing was dressed and they was the image. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking they finding people like this, the image, be like, you want to rap? Yeah, you on me, baby. And they sign dumb deals or do whatever, probably, I'm guessing. But she wrote that.
She probably did because it sounded really elementary and basic.
It did, but I mean, you know, that's the audience. That's what the audience is craving to a certain extent. And even though Kendrick a little more conscious and is successful, he's an outlier in today's music.
And we can't keep saying and complaining about child trafficking and all of that good stuff. And y'all got this young lady.
I mean, she looks like
and it's
baby.
Going viral and being shared everywhere and spread.
Yeah, sure is. And that's crazy. Now, this right here, I'm going to show you. And this was interesting to me. So, did it start playing? Oh, stop it. All right. So, switching subjects. We all, well, before I go, Damon Kenny said the labels are going to make their money and artists going to get their 15 minutes. One hit wonder, you know, look at Keyshawn, white girl Keyshawn. I don't even know who he talking about.
I know who he talking about.
Yeah. What happened with that?
Man? You trippy, man. That's what 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah. I missed that hit. She ain't hit me with it. But it's hard to trip me.
That's because you're so far down. You won't be messing with the South like that.
Nah, I'm on 4 wheels. So what I was gonna say is a lot of people, and including myself, and I don't know if this guy can speak for everybody. Of course he don't. But you think a lot of Africans and things that come to America, they look down on African Americans, or it's always some type of clash or something. Well, this guy was speaking, and he's African, and he brought up some points that I never heard another African person say. So I'll let you listen to this and tell me what you think. It is something he said at the end that I kind of be like, got you. But
in my comments, because I'm not from here, I don't have the right to speak about them. Too many times that African Americans believe that we Africans look down upon them when we come to this country and we think we're better than them. It's false. When we were young in Africa, we worshiped African Americans. Yes. We changed our names to African Americans. My friends in school were called Jim Brown, Black Moses. I was called Superfly. Okay. Superfly. Yeah.
Superfly.
Okay.
Blacks in Africa, the barbershop, we go to barbershop until blacks started wearing afro, and we stopped and we started wearing afro. We blacks hated our own fabric, the dashiki, until African Americans made it popular in the 70s, and we all started wearing it back.
Now, see, this is a thing he making a good point before, of course, Reaganomics, you know, crack cocaine epidemic, you know, before all the leaders were assassinated, the Black community had strength, power, representation. They wasn't doing this spit you out videos, even though that ain't. But still, it ain't Sexy Reds and all of them in the worlds and all the dudes as well. So, yeah, we were projecting an image that was worthy of being looked up to as well.
Back then, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I had his albums. We've watched all the movies.
That's why he got the bald head. That's a case. He took it too far.
Jackson, Harlem, Detroit 9000, Truck
Tesla.
And then we go home and we try to practice how they speak and all. That was when we were in Africa. Any African who went through the 60s and 70s, they'll tell you, oh, we loved it. My Angela was and she was like a sister. 14 years she lived in Ghana. Her son had an accident and broke his leg and arm in Ghana. African Americans are telling me in my comments, because I'm not from here, I don't have the right to speak about it. Do you know W.E.B. Du Bois? Do you know where he died? Died in Ghana, was buried in Ghana, and Nkrumah built a center for Pan-African studies. He came to Africa, the first Black PhD holder from Harvard, WEB. He came to Ghana, Africa, to tell us that our best way is to be Pan-Africanist. We listened to him. We didn't tell him, who are you to come from the United States and tell us what to do? There's a guy called Kwame Ture. He was formerly called Stokely Carmichael. He's the one who came up with Black Power, Black Power.
He had to go.
You know where he is right now? In Guinea, in Africa, with pistols on his hip. When you go into my comments, African Americans are saying, I don't know.
Stokely Carmichael was marching with Martin Luther King and stuff, so you know. But then they had a split, and then that's a whole nother story about what happened. But he eventually left the United States in fear of getting killed because, I mean, what happened with Malcolm and so many other people, we can go down the list. So, you know, that's why he probably still got the pistols on his hip to this day. He traumatized.
Anything about them. Hear me. Know you, the African Americans, more than you know yourself. Why? Because I'm coming from the place where they brought you from. So when I got
All
there,
right. You hear that? He said, I'm coming from the place where they brought you from. He ain't say, you are us, or you came from home, from the place they brought you from. You understand that? So that means that psychologically, they know African Americans may have been there, but they weren't originally them. It wasn't like they say they sold their own people. They knew even then, yeah, you may be here, but you ain't us. This is where you were from, but how did you get here if you ain't us? Trace that back, and if you go back historically, they say the Jews and different people and tribes or whatever left and traveled, went into Africa to blend in with other darker races and things. This is according to different texts. I ain't about to say I'm what's old boy Billy Carson. I ain't Billy Carson. I ain't about to say I'm the text expert and historical document expert. All right, and I ain't making the claims. I ain't one of the Hebrew Israelites where they say, you, the black power, and you be my slave. And, I don't necessarily believe in all of that, but you know, a lot of the best lies in the world and in life have some truth in it. And so if you look at a lot of things and see some stuff, you'll see some truth in some things. And so, you know, it's just certain things that only, you know, seem that way. But I don't know. Like I say, I ain't a scholar. I don't know.
More to me.
Nah, just try to stay a little informed.
Think a little higher.
Yeah, just that's it. You know, and then also one thing I noticed is that it's hard to make a change. I'm not gonna say give up in life. I'm talking about big changes and stuff. But you know, those that tried, some things happened that didn't go well with them. You know, from
to be different.
Yeah, I mean,
go against the grain.
Right. You saw what movie I was just watching, Malcolm X. So
I did.
Yeah, he tried to make a difference. It ain't go too well with him. So I ain't saying to give up or is, you know, not. Hey, even Trump, you got a little ear, you got a little neck respect on the. So you know, hey, you know, you try to do too much in this world, whatever way. You know, it ain't easy and it's opposition out there. So, you know, it's definitely there. What's Shy Girl? You say, be careful there, brothers and sisters from the States put money in the economy there and have been scammed. Just be careful, brother. A lot of this is documented on YouTube. Put money where? Giving it to him? I ain't giving him no money. You give me the money, okay? Yeah, worship you. I know more about you than you, okay? 60s and 70s, I wore afro, okay? It wasn't until Isaac is I get the ball head like you, okay? Trust me, okay? I know where you come from.
The cousin was well clear.
I know where they take you from. My backyard. Nah. So, back to what one thing Trump did is, and I don't know how accurate this is yet, but he released the JFK and MLK files. And I'm surprised if this is true It said that if it's saying that JFK mystery assassination solved, and it's saying the newly unearthed documents prove LBJ and Nixon had something to do with it. They saying to sum this up, because I read it earlier, it says that LBJ had 99% to be behind it, in their opinion. And they had said that he would take over because, for those that may not remember, LBJ was the vice president. So if the president's gone, you become president. So he said, you know, we'll get him out, let whatever these powers that may be handle this, allegedly, and he'll be out, and then I'll become president. And when I'm president, I'll make you, Nixon, my vice president. And then after my term, because Kennedy term just started, I won't seek a re-election. And then I'll step down, let you in the door. And that's what this is alleged. What do you think about these type of conspiracies and things? You think they really be doing this? You think this possible?
I mean, did nobody think the stuff about Diddy was true? It been out a long time, so it's just about you know, things that's done in the dark coming to the light. It don't sound far fetched to me.
He would bring Diddy into this, huh? Nah, I'm just playing.
20 years
But yeah,
ago,
that's a good point, though.
I always didn't know that he was a freaky Jason type of dude. You know what I'm saying? And
Freaky Jason.
yeah, same thing with R. Kelly, and it seemed like it took 20 plus years for them to get somebody to get them together. So that stuff, you know, everybody been doing but us. Probably every president done been in there that's seen the paperwork and ain't said nothing.
You know what? Wow. You when you just said that, it made me think of something Trump said, which, you know, I didn't agree with, but he said it, I think his last time he was in office, he said he was going to release this stuff, but he didn't. And they asked him, why you ain't release it? And he said, if you saw what I saw, you wouldn't release it either. Maybe they like, hey man, look here.
You gonna get my people time to get to where they need to get
for real
before I open up this paperwork.
Hey, look here, okay? If you saw what I saw, you wouldn't want to get whacked upside the head either. Okay?
Yeah, you know your name on this paper.
Hey.
And I said I'm about to say something. You need to go and go where you was going before I open up this paper.
That's probably why they wanted to get Mike Pence when that January 6th. They like, you ain't about to get him. What if that was Mike Pence that tried to get him whacked with his little ear? Yeah.
Okay, look here.
It ain't over because he keep on messing with all the immigrants. It's a lot of immigrants over here.
Well, the thing is,
if they ever band together,
they gonna get slaughtered.
By us?
No, because he's no, hell no, ain't coming over here. No, I'm saying he's the president now. Before, when you running, you don't have the full weight. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they try to do something, you're attacking the president. You're at the army, military, all kind of stuff. Before, when you running for it, he had a little short secret services and women and stuff. That's probably why he mad about DEI.
They sent the woman to protect me. She couldn't do it. Couldn't get the gun in the holster. DEI hired. DEI. She didn't deserve it. Wouldn't have took the bullet. Bullet wouldn't have went in it. Would have went around.
And see, I've been in the corporate world, and I know I was hired in due to DEI. So I'm gonna have to hustle a little bit harder on this comedy.
Right. Like, we don't need no more black women.
I mean, we ain't gotta have at least a certain number of black people at this company. So we're going from 100 to none. All of y'all can get out.
See, the problem with comedy and art, movies, all of that stuff is just subjective. Somebody has to want to give it. It's not like you could be like, well, I had this, that, and this, and I was disqualified. Okay, but that's not what we were looking for. And it's just that simple. Whereas the reason DEI was put in place is because after, of course, you know, MLK and civil rights, they still, and Jim Crow, they still didn't want to give people jobs. It wasn't like, okay, well, now they put this in action. Hey, come get a job over here. Hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to move in this neighborhood? Hey, come be my neighbor. Hey.
They gotta have token black people at the
It
time.
wasn't even that. They wasn't giving them no opportunities at all. So they had to actually put these laws in place to force people to, you know, integrate and then realize, hey, these people are just as smart and can contribute and make your company better as well. Now, when you hiring people like, and I'm gonna use this example, a woman in the military to be on the front line and she can't carry a wounded man, that's not good. That's making the lowering the bar of qualifications. Now, if she on the front line and she could pick this man up and carry it, go for it. You know, but if you can't meet the qualifications, you should do something else then. And so you get a DEI hire, but they're qualified, I don't see a problem with it. You give them a DEI hire, you're gonna be a fireman, but you can't run up the steps. No,
I done seen some police, and I'm like,
exactly.
you know, you need to stop. If some jump off, you can't do nothing but shoot somebody in that back because you not finna chasing with nobody.
And then also, I know this because my mom worked in affirmative action in the state of Illinois, for the state of Illinois. The majority of people benefiting from these programs are what we would call white, but they could be Italian or this or that. And so we always think a DEI or a diversity is always a Hispanic or Black. Yeah, exactly. It's so many other demographics that are a minority in this country that they were getting construction contracts with the state and doing all these things, or they would find some great ancestor that was Hispanic or something and say, well, I'm such and such Hispanic, let's run this construction contract. So a lot of that type of stuff go, nah, that's Chicago, and they say one of the most corrupt cities. And it has got corruption in Chicago a lot, but I think it's hard to not have a certain amount of corruption in a big city. But Chicago got some bad things that happened. I can't lie. I mean, you know, yeah, it's been some bad corruption things, but you know,
corruption is the murder rate for me.
Well, that ain't exactly. That's kind of manufactured in a way, because I see the way that happened is when they tore down all the projects in Chicago. Okay. First of all, Chicago is very gang oriented. Okay. People are in neighborhoods for generations, or neighborhoods are certain gang territories for generations. So the projects was a territory, and that's a lot of people. And then these people, I hate to say it, a lot of them was institutionalized in the sense, you know what I mean? They hood ninjas.
They don't know nothing but violence.
It's straight up and hustle. Okay, they tore the projects down. Where do they live? They're going to be put in different neighborhoods, some in together, some in there. So now they're going to set up and do what they do in this spot where it's already people there. Well, you can't do this. I can't do this. Boom, boom, this, that, and that. This was engineered. Bang, bang. You know, now, I'm not saying people should have been kept in the projects either. But a better plan should have been put in place. I don't know the situation on how to fix it. I'm not that smart. Like, what would you do with people that's been generation after generation after generation? Because the worst part of the projects is you have a poor education system that's feeding that. It's not like they were going to good schools and doing stuff.
Like from city to city. So here in Indianapolis, we ain't really got no for real projects.
No. These were high-rise, 40 stories and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the projects that they do have in township schools, better areas.
And small.
Yeah. So,
like even down there's a little like project like that.
Right.
Or even Amber Woods type thing.
Like we got trailer parks. If you go going down Church Park, you'll see some trailer parks. But the projects that I see like be on TV, like Cabrini Green, we don't got them kind of projects.
Yeah, that
because I done been out of town seen some projects. In Atlanta, they got some we don't got them here.
Yeah, the projects was its own little economy.
But what they are
little
doing here is
thing.
they putting us all on the outskirts. So the outskirts is the projects now. They
doing that everywhere.
Yeah, they take the money downtown and put all the low income is gonna be on the outskirts, far away.
Yeah, because they building up all the downtowns in the city, push everybody away. People come and move, gentrify the downtowns. Now they don't have to go far to work. Before they was in the suburbs having to drive 30, 40 minutes
Now
to
they
work.
can walk.
Now they can walk or commute or bike, you know, living in the great city life with all the amenities and stuff.
And we got to get the riffraff out. We're going to walk to work and we're going to be riding our bikes and stuff.
That's what happened with Chicago. That's why they tore the projects down. You know, all that land was right downtown. Well, 5 or 10 minutes. So 5 or 10 minutes is better than an hour away or 45 minutes.
They got some houses that's projects.
Yeah.
They threw the house, their side. Yeah, but their houses are like sliding scale fee, 30% of your rent. So like some of the projects they tore down, they went back through and put like 8 houses. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, I mean, like we Cottony South in Indianapolis.
Well, you don't have the same amount of people either. It's only 1 million people here total in the surrounding areas, where Chicago's 3 million. And so it's 3 times as many people who got, you know, been around doing stuff. So yeah, it just was different, but they weren't meant to be bad. But then, you know, you got low education, and then you got people not making a lot of money, and then different programs cut. You know, you just creating a recipe for disaster. But anyway, a lot going on these days to go on. Let's go to a couple funny little videos I got over here, liven the mood up a little bit. But yeah, JFK. I wonder what RFK is thinking, because that's his uncle, and you know.
So yeah, had my uncle killed in there. New
man, that's just something right there. But you know, live and you learn, I guess. You know, a lot of people didn't realize that the God don't believe. Like I realized that a lot of people woke up during COVID, because I see like on podcasts or something, and they'll be like, man, and then COVID happened, and then I realized like the government is lying to us. I'll be like, what? You ain't realized this till 2020?
Yeah, we ain't took a couple of vaccines. Bird flu.
I didn't take the bird flu.
Yeah, no.
The only one I took was what you call it. I really regret it. I tried not to, but
which one?
COVID.
I mean, sometimes they was kind of like making people, but I just kind of held out and bobbed and weaved until I didn't get it. I know somebody that was a nurse, and she worked at a hospital, and she had every COVID vaccine, and she had COVID like 3 times. What? And then she ended up having cancer later. I'm not putting that in my body.
They said that when you take it, it makes it easier for you to get it too. Although I never caught COVID, knock on something.
And here's the thing, like every time I was very sick, I would take a test and it wouldn't show up. I think there's so many variances. How do you test for something that's constantly changing?
Yeah, that's a good point. Look at these little shorties on the basketball court. This little belly bump war right here. What in the world they beefing about?
He probably traveled.
He traveled. They don't know the rules. Look at that.
No.
He belly bump.
Stand down.
He belly bump. He gonna headbutt.
Oh, wait a minute.
He done took his leg. Yeah, sweep the leg, shorty.
I done got in that. Get off my grandson.
Get off my grandson.
Hey! This can easily turn into a family affair.
Oh my goodness. I would have been laughing too hard.
Ma'am, get your baby. Get your baby.
Nah, if he put sweep my son, I'd be like, hey man, don't ever let nobody sweep the
leg. Don't never put your head down.
Right. Step back. You punch him, use these right here. Don't belly bump back. If he belly bump you, you punch him in the eye or right here in the nose. That's what you do.
And really, you'd have been dead to rights after the belly bump. You could have gone and got a head started.
It'd be like old school NBA up in here and start moonwalking, fighting backwards up there. Straight up, hit him with them poo fops.
Yeah, but I don't like that. Get
Ah,
off my grandson.
you're too sensitive. Too sensitive.
Get off of my
Boy,
grandbaby.
boys to be boys. Them boys ain't hurting each other.
That's as long as he's winning.
As long as he's with it. You got to get them reps in. Speaking of reps, what if Ill Bill was a person? She getting her reps in though. What's crazy is I wouldn't mind my legs to move like this. That's what's so bad about it. You can't play all the music. Because of copyright, can't play all the music.
Leg on backwards.
Woo wait! I don't know how she's still standing up. You said her leg on backwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she was doing the little matrix move up ahead. What the hell?
And her booty is on the front.
Boy,
She spin her around and she be all right.
Somebody that pulled her inside out.
Turn that leg around, put that booty in the back, she be straight.
Boy, she got 2 sets of titties in this mouth. And somebody ready to get up in it too.
Yeah, I bet you she got some kids.
That's what made that bluty happen.
Hmm?
She got that belly booty. She got a bluty in this mouth. She like, yeah, and I love my kids. Like, hey, shit, they better love you and appreciate what you went through.
Who hit it?
Straight up. They gave you a bluty in this, boy. You better love him. See, this dude right here. Shorty got a big old donkey donk right here, boy. All I'm thinking about is a lap dance in this month.
That's a round of applause.
Woo-wee. Clap. She got that clap back. This dude right here. She got that clap back in this boy. Look at that. Oh.
That's like 5 booties.
What in the world? How is that possible?
That's a whole lot of loose meat.
Man, I could stand between that. Somebody push my head in between there. Ah!
You ain't gonna be able to hear.
Boy, smack me to death. Kill me in this piece. Oh, man. Shorty, boy.
That's a whole lot of.
How is it moving like that? Oh,
You just
my
walking.
God.
It's involuntary.
Oh,
It's
my
loose.
goodness gracious. How
And
is
what
that
kind
possible?
of draws do you get for that? Like, where you go down from? Like, what size?
She ain't wearing no drawers under that moo-moo. Did you see this balloon pop?
Wait a minute. You can get some money.
Hold on.
No, the chin.
No legs don't match your ass though.
The money match. I'm a leg. Baby. 1 + 1 = 1,000,000. $2
no.
million and 3 million. Look at you. Your legs don't match. I mean, who gives a? You feel me? We're not doing that. But yeah, just move along because you don't want this heat. But I like you. We go get some money. You got the titties on you. You got the titties on them. Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
You can get some money.
Hold on.
No,
Hey, no discrimination. I thought that was a dude. At first.
It's just a lot going on. Cause why is the dog being held like a purse? Like,
What dog?
you see, you.
What dog? Where you see a dog at?
Again.
I sure ain't see the.
Again.
Oh my goodness!
Listen.
I see the dog now.
Sir?
I didn't even see this dude. Period. I didn't even see this dude at all.
I'll take it all in.
Wow.
Excuse me.
That show right there, boy. You can't always.
Is that a puppy purse? What is that?
Yeah, he done took it too far, and that's a come on, man. You ain't.
Yeah.
You didn't take it.
It wasn't fashionable at all.
Not at all.
It wasn't demure. And that's a bad BBL. So that's what happens when you get your BBL on Medicaid, probably. It's botched.
Big time. I had this. That was a good one, but this John Witherspoon, man, yeah, he was snapping right here. Hold on, but he was kind of. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon, the GOAT. Throw this up here before we get ready to head up out of here, but
Oh, bitch is a hoe. They know who they are. They're playing themselves. Lower back, fingers on the arm, up to the damn neck. You down the leg. That's the key. Tell you that I'm a hoe. Sales pussy. What is that earring? Titties full of earrings.
hold on. He get a little too raunchy,
I'm
but
about to say I feel attacked. I feel attacked just a little bit.
He was basically saying that the uniform was appropriate back in the day. Now everybody wear the uniform. You don't know what is what. You know, everybody has the tattoos and the clothes and this and that.
Because
So
I'm a good nana and I would never. Yeah.
good nana. What's a nana?
It's like a grandma.
Okay.
You know, like there's grandmamas, there's big mamas. My mother was a mama. There's meemaws. I know some Mimis. Like your grandkids
Some
name you.
Mimis.
They give you the name.
Because of what they can pronounce at the time.
Like my father was Pawpaw. There's my mom, so he's Pawpaw. I know some papas, you know.
This dude, thanks for that info.
Yeah, because watch. You're gonna need it too. Watch it. You're gonna be like, what's my granddaddy name?
Grandpa. This dude, now here's a conspiracy theory before we get up out of here. Everybody talk about sports and stuff fixed. Well, he said that the script, allegedly, for the Super Bowl has been leaked and pretty much.
The Super Bowl script just got accidentally.
Well, tell me how to get my FanDuel together.
He's pretty much saying that Travis Kelce gonna have some type of moment where he got to go in the locker room, come back, inspire the team. They end up winning, and after they win, he proposed to Taylor Swift, and then retires and does movies and stuff.
And unsurprisingly, it has a ton to do with Travis Kelce and
he got music, so I let it play. But he's saying that $335 million impact from Taylor Swift being at the games and bringing publicity to the games. It says.
Did you remember when Taylor Swift came to Indianapolis?
No.
Shut it down.
She performed or was just visiting?
Yeah, she performed, and it was like a 3-day event for the Swifties. When you couldn't get in downtown, it was jam packed, and they had her on the side of the hotel. So that makes sense. I know where to put my money at.
Hey, and also on another conspiracy note, your boy Kanye West. Everybody your boy.
Because I got a Gemini grandbaby, so I be feeling Kanye.
Nah, you gonna throw Kanye away just yet. But he did unfollow everybody on Instagram except for Taylor Swift. He did that today. That's what they.
Wow.
Because I made that famous. You ever heard that song he made? And he basically said he made that itch famous. And
that was the funniest thing.
It was. That was the first time I ever heard of her. That was the first time I ever heard of her.
Kanye.
Yeah. I know, right?
But Beyonce thing was that'd be like
he couldn't have did that now though. She too big to go up there and take the mic from her. They'd throw it to security and probably jump on it. The Swifties and there, he couldn't do that today, I don't think. I'll be watching a lot of them travel videos on YouTube. I watch all kind of different stuff. And I was watching this dude in India, in Delhi. And you ever heard of Delhi Belly?
I've heard of Delhi.
Delhi Belly is basically, they got a name because so many people get food poisoning and stuff when you're there that most people throw up, And in India, it's 1 billion people. Some neighborhoods got like 20 million in the neighborhood. Yeah, for real. And the way that they eat, bathe, live, You have to be born into that to a certain extent. Like
To
our
be able to fight
bodies,
off the germs.
exactly. And let me show you a little reason why you need to be born into this. Look how he cut the food with a toenail.
Oh no! What the?
He got a toenail. His toes is razor blades to cut the chicken and meat and beef. And when I was watching one of these videos on YouTube, I saw a dude doing this too. It looked like this is a clip from that video actually, because it damn it looked like the same dude. But yeah. And then a lot of them was getting water. Of course, don't drink the water. Look at that. First of all, who think of cutting the meat with your damn toenail?
There and ain't from there. Why would you go there? You want to go over there?
You already know what type of person going there that travels, okay?
Well, okay.
Yeah, but I would see that's the problem. If I was to go there,
I'm through off the toenail.
Yeah, and also it's too many steps.
Well,
dude, toenail is like a blade. You see how it just cut that meat? Like, look at that. Oh my goodness. He like, it's okay, it's good. We cook, it's okay. Once you put in fire, it is no more. It is good. It is good. You want biryani?
I won't be over.
You want biryani? That's Toe Jam and Earl right there. Nah, man, I'm good. Now Godfrey, he really go off on this, but I ain't gonna play it because as you can see, he kind of calling her a lot of stuff. But this is Scott Storch, who's a music producer, one of his baby mama or his baby mama. And in this clip, she had a parking facility. And she just goes off on the Spanish dudes that work there, calling them poor and immigrant, and I get you out of here, and all kind of racist stuff. Then when she was recorded and confronted, what do they, white ladies normally do?
Now she was crying or called the police.
He was crying. I'm not racist. But if people that's not there, she go crying. And most like he say, people that's not racist or have those type of thoughts that you better than somebody, because that's basically what racism is. You think you better than somebody. What? Because you got a different color skin, or what? Because you got money, whatever. Whether it was classism. Because you think because you rich and they poor, you better than them. But like he say, they was working. They ain't like they was panhandling and stuff. These are working men. They got families, kids, whatever the case.
It's about upbringing.
Exactly. Ain't nobody better than nobody.
My mama said treat everybody the same, from the janitor to the president.
That's right.
Might look up janitor be the president one damn day.
They damn near got the same grades.
They got all C's.
No, but yeah, you never know who may be there to help you, show you something, be there in your time of need. You don't look down on nobody. She had a flat tire or somebody was mugging her, there might have been the dudes that saved her.
If you look, lift somebody up.
For real. Now they could have been like, oh, that's not my job. Then she'd have been looking stupid and feeling bad.
Well, just dressing somebody down like that, it's just classless.
Yeah, especially for no reason. No reason at all. So anyway, we get ready to wrap this up, but it was good chatting with you as always.
I know. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Got a few topics in there. We might start doing some live call-ins maybe next time or something.
That's what's up.
Yeah, people want to talk about some stuff, ask
special requests.
There you go. We can make it happen. Shout out to Damian Kinney. He did say Barbie had a dream house, a dream car, but no job. What's up with that?
She do got a job. She's a model. And she gets residuals from Mattel.
From Mattel.
Yeah, like I could tell he never seen the Barbie movie.
I saw that movie. It wasn't the worst. You could say that as an advertising. Wasn't the worst. But I just didn't get into how they moved from Barbie land into the real world and back and forth. All they had to do is just walk down that road.
Well, then Ken, you know, he was trying to bring the guys in the Barbie world, and that was a problem.
He said, we pimping, maybe. We about to make this happen up here. But yeah, you know, actually, if you think about it, Barbie got a million jobs. She was the president, she was a nurse, she was a doctor, lawyer, a truck driver.
She didn't get that. They were just passing our houses.
No, right? The Barbie movie was cool. I wouldn't watch
She only
it.
been with one man. What other man?
Yeah.
Barbie being with?
That's
No
true.
hoe.
She ain't married.
I
She
mean,
probably
because
has.
she got all the money. Why would she be with him?
They done made so many. I'm sure they married a Barbie.
Then yeah, they probably got kids and everything. But anybody married Ken, you gotta have to pay him to leave. Alimony.
No, right?
Look what happened to Mary J.
Mary J.
Ain't no more marriage.
Hey, it worked both ways. You can't have it to go one way where the man always paying and she ain't bounced the basketball or did nothing. So hey, he ain't sang a song.
But you got to write your paper and say, hey, when you leave what you came with.
That's right. I agree. If you don't do it, hey, it's on you. Straight up. So that's the world we live in.
And ain't nobody gonna sign that, so then it won't be no marriage, and then you can just save yourself some trouble.
Yeah, hey,
in the long run.
There you go. Game over.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
You gotta pay somebody to write up a prenup.
Yeah, but that's cheaper than paying them when it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, it's too much at risk these days. You better end up homeless. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
Man, that's a whole nother story. It's hard to get two to make it go right these days.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even make songs like that now. What they talking about? You should have got spit out. Make it right. You shouldn't even have made it. Yeah, I know, right? You shouldn't even have made it. That ain't right. You shouldn't even have made it.
It'll be your birthday for you to go out of town.
Man, for real. Try to make sure I got everything I want to talk about covered tonight. Look like we done did what we gonna do. So on that note, everybody, I appreciate y'all staying to the end. All the real G's out there. And everybody watching on the replay, I appreciate you as well, always. And Aisha,
Peace out.
there you go. You want to tell anybody, y'all?
Follow me on social media. Big Body Isha on Instagram.
There
Love
you
to
go.
have you.
There you go. Check it out. We see y'all on the next one. Deuces. Put it that way.